Hello, everybody, and welcome to Friday Apocryphal Podcast, your one-stop shop for everything Friday Apocryphal and podcast. And boy, do we have a show for you today. Today we are covering the Testament of Solomon, chapters 11 through 17.
And it's going to be wacky. It's going to be wild. There's going to be demons.
There's always demons, and you gotta give it up for the demons. Part of me feels bad for them.
Really?
Well, I mean, they're being kind of controlled against their will, right? Yeah. But at the same time,
they do all this evil stuff. Like, what do you do that's evil? He even asks, and they go, "Oh, well, I'm gonna destroy the world." Okay, fine.
Also, I am error.
Yeah, I'm error was the best.
Yeah. These chapters, we are going to see Obyzouth, and if you watched my video on Lilith, while this isn't, I don't know why the name is different, because all of the, maybe there's an explanation in the commentary for the name, but the amount of similarities between the Lilith demons and this Obyzouth, it's very, very similar. So a lot of people do point to the Testament of Solomon as being like, here is Lilith, stuff like that, which is not entirely accurate. It definitely sounds like what is being described is a Lilith demon. However, I don't know why the name would be different. Now, it would make sense if at the point of writing it was still seen as that class of demons and each one of them had their own name, in which case this would be one of them. Maybe that's it.
Maybe this is just a specific one of that type.
Is another way of putting what I said, yeah.
Or like the OG.
Perhaps demon. It's the OG.
Yeah. There doesn't seem to be any description, like it says what the Obyzouth encounter is like in the introduction.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about the name itself in the introduction.
Right.
Now, if we look at, and also this is going to happen a couple of chapters, so we've got time.
We do. Yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know, give a precursor, I guess.
Yeah. But we will come across Obyzouth soon.
Yeah, but we have a good bit more demons to cover.
Yes, and we have the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha Volume 1, Apocalyptic Literature and its Testaments by James H. Charlesworth.
That is what we have, yeah.
And moreover, inside of that, we have the Testament of Solomon, a new translation and introduction by D.C. Dooling.
So thank you, D.C. Dooling.
Yeah. What a name.
I've heard better.
You would be a good UFC fighter.
Wait, DC Dueling?
Yeah. Imagine
oh,
watching
yeah, I guess,
WWE.
Yeah.
Right? That's like a WWE name.
Kinda, yeah.
DC Dueling.
There was I forget the whole, so they were called the Godwins, and they were farmers. One of them was called Henry O. Godwin, so hog, and the other one was like Philip I. Godwin, or pig. Woo, how funny. Like,
wow.
These are the kinds of names you would see.
Yeah. It's like, I am fighter.
Triple H's name used to be Terra Rising.
Wow.
How fucking horrible.
Brilliant. But without further ado,
everybody.
Let's get into this. Chapter 11, Solomon interrogates the lion-shaped demon. Ooh, spooky.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, this.
Yeah. So, I commanded another demon to come before me. He came roaring like a stately lion, and he took his place and questioned me by word. King Solomon, I have this particular form, and am a spirit which can never be bound. I am one who sneaks in and watches over all who are lying ill with a disease, and I make it impossible for a man to recover from his taint. I have another activity.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Recover from what now?
From his taint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure that's what that said.
Which, ten aitan, cause, reason, charge. The meaning here is also physical, hence taint.
Okay.
I have another activity. I involve the legions of demons subject to me, for I am at the places where they are when the sun is setting.
You know, I like how he said he couldn't be bound,
Mm.
but then he goes on to say all the things of his own volition that Solomon would have wanted to know anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, though.
Yeah, this demon is a super nice guy, yeah.
The name for all demons which are under me is Legion. Which is
Oh, that's cool.
a clear reference to the Gerasene demoniacs, Mark 5:1-13.
I am Legion.
Yeah. Then I asked him, "What is your name?" He replied, "The lion-shaped demon." This is Leontophoron, or lion bearer. Origen says that the first of the 7 ruling demons mentioned by Celus was a goat shaped like a lion, but that in the diagram he obtained, he was called Michael the Lion-like.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, Origen was a 2nd century theologian, really, really influential. A goat, a lion-shaped goat. Is that
Yep.
what? Okay.
Mm-hmm. An Arab by descent. And Arab has a footnote. It says Araps, which is perhaps a name.
Okay.
So I said to him, "How are you and your demons thwarted? That is, who is your angel?" The demon said, "If I tell you his name, I place not only myself in chains, but also the legion of demons under me." So I said to him, "I adjure you by the name of the great God Most High. By what name are you and your demons thwarted?" The demon said, "By the name of the one who at one time submitted to suffer many things at the hands of men, whose name is Emmanuel."
Oh, okay.
Yep. So,
Jesus stuff.
yeah. But now he
Just
is
tying it in with Isaiah, yeah.
right. But now he has bound us and will come to torture us by driving us into the water at the cliff. As he moves about, he is conjured up by means of 3 letters. So
Conjured up by means of 3 letters.
it also says that Emmanuel has bound them when previously he said he can't be bound.
Yeah, yeah.
And the 3 letters, manuscript P, which is the one that has the differences that we discussed last time, reads, "The great among men, who is to suffer many things, whose name is the formula 644, who is Emmanuel."
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
This
So
is a
it's
gematria.
okay.
Yeah. "So I sentenced his legion to carry wood from the grove of trees. Then I sentenced the lion-shaped one to saw it up as kindling with his claws and to throw it under the perpetually burning kiln."
Okay. So,
To keep the fire going.
well, yeah, to keep it going, but he said that he couldn't be bound,
And he got bound.
well, no, he said that he was already bound, I guess, or that he could be bound. And initially he wasn't going to say the name of this angel that thwarts him.
And then he abjured God.
Yeah, and then he was, effectively, even though he was calling upon like God's help to get this demon to talk, I don't know that if the demon would care about that. So
Also, the timeline is very strange here. He uses past tense phrasing
yeah, because
to refer to Emmanuel,
because
who at one time submitted to suffer many things at the hands of men.
yeah, that is weird, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the Christian interpretation being that Jesus is like the Word.
Yeah,
that-
the Logos was a pre-existent entity.
Right,
but this is
him
weird.
Submitting to suffer at the hands of men happens in the New Testament.
Yeah,
Which
this
would,
is placed way before.
yeah, definitely would happen after Solomon's time.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's the end of chapter 11. Now we're in chapter 12, and it has a lengthy title.
Oh, great.
Solomon interrogates the 3-headed dragon spirit, head of the dragons, and learns that he is thwarted by the angel of the wonderful counselor who ascended at the place of the skull.
Oh, hooray!
What a title.
Yes.
It's almost
what
like
a title.
children's cartoon from the 80s level length.
Well, it's more than that, I think.
Yeah, definitely more than that.
Yeah. So, chapter 12. Now, when I had worshipped the God of Israel, I ordered another demon to come forward. This time, a 3-headed dragon with an awful skin appeared before me.
Oh.
I asked him, "Who are you?" He said, "I am a 3-pronged spirit, one who overpowers by means of 3 deeds. In the wombs of women I blind children. I also turn their ears around backward and make them dumb and deaf. Finally, I strike men against the body, and I make them fall down, foam at the mouth, and grind their teeth."
So their ears,
So
putting their ears backwards. I don't know if that's.
this would be like a birth defect.
Well, yeah. I haven't. I mean, I'm sure it's happened before. I guess I haven't. Was that a more common thing back then?
Who knows? So it basically its duties are 1, to blind children in the womb.
Yeah.
2, to make children dumb and deaf in the womb, and 3, to cause seizures.
Okay.
Yep.
Right,
That's what I
because
got.
it has men fall down, foam at the mouth, and grind their teeth.
Yeah.
But there is a way by which I am thwarted, namely, by the site which is marked place of the skull. And place of the skull, topo enkephalo, place within the head, presumably a reference to the place of the skull, or Golgotha, Judges 9:53, 2 Kings 9:35. The usual early Christian term in Greek is to cranion. The Vulgate has Calvaria, or Calvaria, if you want to be accurate. This is a clear allusion to the crucifixion of Jesus. Place of the skull. For there, an angel of wonderful counselor foresaw that I would suffer, and he would dwell publicly on the cross. He is the one who will thwart me, being the one among the angels to whom I am subject. So this angel of wonderful counselor apparently is a reference to Jesus as a fulfillment of Isaiah 9:6.
Sure. Of course.
Mm-hmm. The reference is a little confusing if angel of the wonderful counselor is not Christ. I would suffer should perhaps be he should suffer, referring to Christ.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who will thwart me, being the one among the angels to whom I am subject. But at the place at which he ascended, King Solomon, he will erect a dark pillar formed in the air after Ephipas has brought gifts from the Red Sea, from inside Arabia.
A dark pillar in the air.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of an inversion of Exodus.
Yeah.
And this Epiphas, if you remember, is the angel or demon who's bound up in the Red Sea, who will eventually come leading hordes of demons.
That's right, yeah.
In the foundation of the temple which you have begun to build, King Solomon, there is a hidden away much gold. Dig it up and confiscate it. So I, Solomon, sent my servant and found that it was just as the demon told me. After I sealed him with the ring, I praised God. Next, I said to him, "Tell me what you're called." The demon replied, "Head of the dragons." So I ordered him to make bricks for the temple of God.
Because that's what you do with the head of the dragons.
Yeah.
You make them make bricks.
Well, I know you're a 3-headed serpent demon, but hey, man, why do you make bricks?
Yeah, that sounds like it's right up your
okay.
alley.
Yeah, so I'll hand it off to you after this chapter,
Okay.
and then you can hand it back to me for the last chapter.
Okay.
Because these upcoming ones are a little lengthy.
Yeah. So the reason I chose these specific ones was because I know chapter 18, it's a pretty long chapter, so I decided to cut it off there, so we can probably finish it next week, maybe.
Oh, chapter 18 is long, but then
Yeah.
19's like a few sentences.
Exactly. So fairly inconsistent.
someone was really smart. Yeah, we could probably finish this
Next week.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little more, but a lot of it is commentary too.
Yeah.
All right. Chapter 13. Solomon interrogates Obyzouth,
Yes.
the female demon with disheveled hair, and learns of her activity. So here's Lilith.
Yeah, essentially. So hopefully they have some commentary on why it's Obyzouth and not Lilith. However, if you did watch that Lilith video, one of the markers of a Lilith demon was just disheveled hair.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see more about her here.
Yeah.
Chapter 13. Then I ordered another demon to appear before me. There came before me one who had the shape of a woman, but she possessed as one of her traits the form of one with disheveled hair. Now, disheveled hair was a characteristic of the Greek Medusa, guardian goddess of Aphrodite. In the primitive artwork of Aramaic incantation bowls, the Lilith is frequently pictured with disheveled hair and is sometimes so described.
Yeah, I don't think this would be a thing with... I never thought this had to do with Medusa.
Wow, what a weird...
Well,
I always thought...
There's an obsidian Medusa on an amulet of a Jewish corpse. This person's name is Good Enough. Like, as one word.
Wow.
Good Enough, Jewish Symbols, Volume 2, page 236.
I hope those are
that is
good
interesting.
enough.
Probably a Hellenistic Jew.
Yeah. Well, almost certainly.
Yeah. That's interesting that they would have that, though. Something about Lilith, the Lilith character that I noticed was that throughout history, basically every single stereotype of what it meant to be a bad woman was thrown onto Lilith. One of those things being disheveled hair, because it would be like, you're untidy and all that. So that's why I think that's one of the traits.
Yeah.
But they do make that link to Medusa a lot. I never saw it though.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can surmise based off of this comment that there was some Medusa imagery that was brought over to Israel, and it might have influenced some of this. I said to her, "Who are you?" She replied, "And who are you? Or what need is there for you to inquire about the sort of deeds I do? But if you want to inquire, go to the royal chambers, and after you have washed your hands, sit again on your throne and ask me, and then you will learn, king, who I am."
So
apparently this is a magical cleansing rite.
Okay. Just now it just sounds like washing your hands and go sit back down. But
she's like, go wash your hands
before you speak to me. Yeah.
Yep. When I had done this and had sat on my throne, I, Solomon, asked her and said, "Who are you?" She replied, "Obyzouth. I do not rest at night, but travel around all the world visiting women and divining the hour when they give birth. I search for them and strangle their newborn infants."
Yep. And that is furthering the Lilith connection.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything about the name?
No.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, that sucks. I do not go through a single night without success. You are not able to give me orders. I even make the rounds and go into the remotest areas. Ta diseke mere, meaning uncertain, perhaps hard of hearing parts, or less likely, the hard of hearing classes of people. Manuscript H has diseka, doubly soft, gentle. Manuscript L has diseka, western. And Conybeare took ta ditika mere, manuscript P, as westering parts. So it's some area or population, right? Otherwise, my work is limited to killing newborn infants, injuring eyes, condemning mouths, destroying minds, and making bodies feel pain.
Ow.
Now we're in a different subsection. Obyzouth, thwarted by the angel Raphael and by writing her name on a piece of papyrus, is hung by her hair in front of the temple. When I, Solomon, heard these things, I was amazed. I did not look at her shape, for her body was darkness and her hair savage. I, Solomon, said to her, "Tell me, evil spirit, by what angel are you thwarted?" She said to me, "By the angel Raphael. And when women give birth, write my name on a piece of papyrus, and I shall flee from them to the other world." When I heard these things, I ordered her to be bound by the hair and to be hung up in front of the temple, in order that all those sons of Israel who pass through and see might glorify the God of Israel, who has given me this authority.
So a couple things here.
Didn't even get a job.
One about writing.
She's
Writing
a scarecrow.
About writing her name on. It's interesting that it says papyrus. Is there not a note on papyrus? Huh. Okay. So of course the writing of the name is really common. I think it still happens today, right? With the birthing amulets.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have the names of the demons that would scare her away and stuff like that. And the last section there, that was the end of 13, right?
Yeah. Where she's strung up by her hair.
Yeah, the thing about being strung up by the hair. So that reminds me of the apocalypse of what was it? The apocalypse of Peter, where Peter goes on this journey through heaven and hell, and the heaven part's pretty boring, but when he is looking at hell and all the things that happen, it describes, depending on your sin, the punishment. And I did cover these in a video a while ago. I think one of those is stringing up women by their hair if they were adulterous, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was adultery. It may have been something else. Maybe it was just promiscuity. But one of the punishments is getting strung up by the hair. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So
sounds painful.
Maybe that's something else. Maybe we're being told something about this demon here. All right. Anyways.
That she's promiscuous?
Yeah.
What?
Let's go.
Chapter 14.
Chapter 14. Fantastic. Hey, if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, all that good stuff. All right.
Hit the bell.
Also, yeah, hitting the bell. That's a good idea.
Yeah, ring it. Ding, ding.
All right, let's hop into chapter 14 here. Solomon interrogates the winged dragon and learns of his activities.
Ooh, spooky.
We've got one of the Egyptian god cards.
Yeah, you're right. I again ordered another demon to appear before me, and there came to me one who was in the form of a wallowing dragon, having the limbs of a dragon and wings on its back, but the face and feet of a man. That's fucking horrifying. When I saw him and became amazed, I said to him, "Who are you? And from where have you come?" The spirit said to me, "This is the first time I have stood before you, King Solomon. A spirit made a god among men." So initially a spirit, and now he's, well, I guess he's still a spirit, but he's just great on earth, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But thwarted by the seal which was given to you by God. Well, I am the so-called winged dragon
Of Ra.
of Ra. I do not copulate with many women, but with only a few who have beautiful bodies.
Oh. Okay.
Only the hot ones.
Yeah. He's picky.
First question, is she hot?
Yeah, right. Who possess a name of Tukyulu.
Okay.
What? Hold on. Who possess a name of Tukyulu of this star.
It's Cthulhu.
I
Who's waiting for when the stars are right to raise from Rilia and take over or destroy the world?
No, just have
Oh, okay, so this makes sense. So it's not actual name. So I'm reading the Greek transliteration here. So it's tu xulu. And one of them, because it's in the genitive, it would make sense here. So it's the whatever xulu means. I think the conjectured translation is of the wood. So of a tree perhaps, or of the tree, or of the forest, something like that, is what I'm guessing. So who possess a name of the forest of this star, or the wood of this star.
So would that be like those who were born under a certain astrological sign?
Probably.
It's interesting that they would use the wood there. I'm not sure if that would be the proper translation. I mean, I don't know the translation, but it does say it's conjecture.
What astrological things are associated with forests?
A hunter, maybe?
Yeah, there's a hunter. So maybe there's some sort of... Oh, we got no data. Even though it's green. And now we have an excellent connection.
Okay.
No data's
Yeah.
apparently not bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know. There's other constellations besides the zodiacal one.
Yeah,
there's
that's
more
true.
than the 12 we're always going for.
Mhm.
Well, either there's not much more on that, so either way. I rendezvous with them in the form of a winged spirit, copulating with them through their buttocks.
Wow.
Wow.
Brilliant. I was not expecting that.
That's a curveball.
So he's very particular about what he likes.
So they have to be hot, and it looks like they are... I mean, they're doing
of
this
the tree star.
while he's in dragon form,
Mhm.
and they're just, having anal.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
great. That is the thing that this text says now.
Incredible.
Was not expecting it. One woman I attacked is bearing a child, and that which is born from her becomes Eros. Oh, yeah, the god of love. I don't think that's gay acts. I think he's talking about women here. I'm pretty sure this is a male demon. I'm guessing.
It
I guess it doesn't-
appears to be male-ish. Do they really have gender?
Well, I mean, I guess no, but either way,
It's a spirit.
yeah, I guess it is a spirit. You're right. It'll be hard to say that, but either way, yeah, Eros gotta love. Because it could not be tolerated by men, that woman perished. Wow, that's hilarious.
Incredible.
This is my activity. Suppose then that I alone am content, while the rest of the demons, troubled by you, being downcast, should speak the whole truth, and they will cause the stack of wood about to be gathered by you for construction in the temple to be consumed by fire.
What's Matthew talking about here?
Oh, about Revelation? Yeah.
What is this point? Revelation 12. So, Revelation 12, there's a woman clothed with the sun. She's with child.
Yeah.
And then there's a great red dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And stands before the woman as she's about to deliver the child to eat the child.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a little similar.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is pretty similar. This one seems like a sexual act.
Yeah.
Made the child, and that child was Eros.
Well, it sounds like she was already pregnant.
Yeah, I guess it would just be weird coming after all this stuff about obviously about sex.
Right.
So
Now, the weird thing to think about here is that we do have fallen angels equated with demons in this book,
yeah.
right? Where certain demons like say that they're fallen angels.
Mm.
Now, the offspring of this demon, who is not admitted to being a fallen angel, and this woman is a god, right? A Greek god. And well, I wonder, like, at the point of writing, what their idea about the Nephilim was.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that last week.
Like,
quite a bit.
We talked about what our idea of the Nephilim is, but
Because somebody asked us a question.
But the question here is this like comparable? Like it is the idea by this author that Nephilim are equivalent to these human type polytheistic gods.
Well, this one, I don't know, because this one doesn't say that it used to be an angel. It says that it's a spirit,
Right.
but that,
So then are like Greek gods lower on the totem pole than Nephilim?
Dude, I don't know.
maybe.
Could be.
Either way. As the demon was saying these things, suddenly the breath coming out of his mouth set the forest of Lebanon on fire and burned up all the wood which I was going to put into the temple of God. Now I, Solomon, saw what the Spirit had done, and I was amazed.
Wow.
After I glorified God, I asked the dragon-shaped demon, saying, "Tell me, by what angel you are thwarted?" He replied, "By the great angel who is seated in the second heaven, who is called in Hebrew Obyzouth."
Obyzouth.
Never heard of him.
Okay, apparently it's not mentioned elsewhere in the pseudepigrapha.
Wow.
Oh.
So, no, you wouldn't have heard of him, I guess.
Nope.
First time for everything and last, probably.
First and last. Yep.
When I, Solomon, heard these things and invoked his angel, I condemned him to cut marble for construction of the temple of God. Well, maybe that's because you don't have any wood anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Anyways, on to, that was an interesting one.
What a wacky demon.
Yeah. A dragon, pretty much.
Dragon,
Loves to fuck.
but only attractive women.
Oh, it's got to be the hot ones.
and only ones who are like presumably born under a certain star.
Yeah.
Right?
And only up the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That is the way of the true demons. And this is chapter 15 here. Solomon interrogates Anipsogus, the female demon with 2 heads, learns of her activities and her thwarting angel, Rathaniel. And that's the title.
Okay.
Then I praised God and commanded another demon to come before me. Again, there came before me a spirit who had the shape of a woman, but on her shoulders were 2 separate heads with arms. You know, this is an issue.
It's also Machamp.
It's also Machamp. This could just be like a syntax issue, but you could picture the heads themselves having arms,
Yeah, like-
or it's just saying that 2 heads
Rick
and
and
it
Morty
as arms.
style, where that
Yeah.
one guy had arms on his head. Remember? That was great.
Yes.
Also, it could be just 1 arm per head, or it could be multiple arms per head.
Yeah. I asked her, "Tell me who you are." She answered, "I am Anipsogus." So McCown says she is probably Hecate, the moon goddess, with 3 forms. All right. But I guess that is an option. I don't know enough about it.
According to McCown.
Yeah. I am Anipsogus, but I am called by countless names. Then I said to her, by what angel are you thwarted? She responded to me, what are you after? What do you want? I can change my appearance, first being taken for a goddess and then becoming one who has some other shape. Okay, I mean, you're still technically the demon, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
We look cooler.
In this regard, do not expect to know all things about me, but because you are here in my presence, listen to this. I hover near the moon, and because of this, I assume 3 forms. At times, I am conjured up as Kronos by the wise men.
Kronos.
Yeah, Titan,
Okay.
I guess. So I mean, well, yeah, I guess the word
Father of
itself.
Zeus.
Yeah. I mean, the word itself means time,
Titan, yeah.
but it's not like he's the god of time. He was a Titan.
Right.
At
Time Titan.
At other times, I descend around those who bring me down and appear in another form. The capacity of the heavenly body is invincible, incalculable, and impossible to thwart. Is it though?
That's pretty hardcore.
At any rate, changing into 3 different forms, I also descend and become like what you see. I am thwarted by the angel Rathaniel.
Oh.
After all that,
I was thinking they wouldn't say it.
after
was thinking.
all that,
Yeah.
and for Rathaniel, also not mentioned elsewhere in Pseudepigrapha.
Hooray!
Fantastic.
Wasn't there a Nathaniel?
Yes, I think, and there's Raphael. Yeah, but I guess no Rathaniel.
So, like, Arash, well, this was written in Greek, right?
Yeah.
So, but in Hebrew, Arash and Anon are pretty similar. Like, so Arash is like
I swear
a
we
long
talked about
part
this a
on
bunch.
top and a curve. And so it's like, right. Whereas a nun is a short thing on top and a bottom so it's like, right. So one might mistakenly write Arash for a nun and vice versa.
Completely possible. Who takes his seat in the 3rd heaven? And of course, which one? The Obyzouth, right? He was in the second heaven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On account of this, therefore, I say to you, this temple cannot contain me. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
So another section here. The demon Anepsigos sealed with a triple link chain
Oh.
prophesies.
Still chapter 15.
Still chapter 15. Accordingly, when I, Solomon, had prayed to my God and invoked the angel Rathaniel about whom he spoke, I made use of the seal and sealed her down with a triple link chain. I wonder how the other ones were sealed.
What? Oh, Lilith or whatever, the Lilith demon, Obyzouth got bound to a top of the wall, basically.
Well, I
on an
mean,
entrance.
yeah, but like some of these, it doesn't even say. It
Right,
just says
right,
they
right.
like stuck the ring in them.
or they went to work.
Well,
A lot
yeah,
of them went to work instead of getting bound forever.
Well, it's
maybe.
like a contract.
I suppose, yeah.
They're legally sealed.
Eternally, it looks like. What's the way out of this contract? Is it just completing the job?
No, Solomon dies. I don't know.
It would have to be, or destruction of the ring, maybe? I don't know. The one ring to rule them all. So in the Talmud, Solomon gives Benaiahu, quote, a chain on which was graven the divine name and a ring on which was graven the name to bind Ashmedai. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But this is just a triple link chain. This doesn't look like that. And as I bound her down, I made use of the seal of God. Then the evil spirit prophesied to me, saying, You are doing these things to us now, King Solomon, but after a period of time your kingdom shall be divided. At still a later time, this temple shall be destroyed, and all Jerusalem shall be demolished by the kings of the Persians and Medes and Chaldeans.
Oh, shit.
Also, the implements of the temple which you are making shall serve other gods. Oh no.
That does occur.
It does. Oh no. Along with these events, also, all the vessels in which you have entrapped us shall be broken in pieces by the hands of men. Then we shall come forth with much power, and we shall be scattered here and there throughout the world. Oh, that's a very Pandora's box-ish kind of outlook.
Pandora's box, Indiana Jones, when they open the Ark of the Covenant. Yep.
Yeah, so they're all going to be, well, they're all like, kind of constrained somehow or to something.
Yeah.
And then when all this stuff happens, they're going to get released and the world will go to shit, apparently. Mm-hmm. That is the expectation. Thank you, demon. We will lead astray all the inhabited world for a long time until the Son of God is stretched upon the cross. Yep.
And then they won't be?
And then everything's going to be fine. Okay, let's... For there has not yet arisen a king like him, one who thwarts all of us, whose mother shall not have sexual intercourse with a man, and of course that's taking up that old that's taking the so the part that we read in Isaiah,
yes,
which of course that the whole thing about the virgin birth was taken from. It doesn't say virgin. It does say young woman, which can mean virgin, but it doesn't actually mean virgin. They can just be the same person, but it's not a necessity. And of course, because that was in the Septuagint, the Greek version of the Bible, the Greek authors of the New Testament writings took up that reading. And this one, going along with that tradition, has also taken it up. So
it makes sense because this is a Greek text.
Yes. But she shall not have intercourse with a man who holds such authority over spirits except that one, the one whom the first devil shall seek to tempt, but shall not be able to overcome.
The first devil.
The first devil. The letters of whose name add up to 644. He is Emmanuel.
If you get nothing else from this book, you will know that Emmanuel's name adds up to 644.
Now you know. If you didn't know, you do. Because of this, King Solomon, your time is evil. Your years are short, and your kingdom shall be given to your servant. Well then.
Rude.
So let's see. Coney Bear, this prophecy corresponds roughly to the one which Lactantius quotes from an apocryphal book of Solomon. And then McCown it just says McCown is correct to doubt the reference. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, continuing on here. Solomon explains why he wrote the testament. Okay. Let's find out. When I, Solomon, heard these things, I glorified God. Though I was amazed at the defense of the demons, I distrusted them and did not believe the things which were said by them until they occurred. They're kind of bound.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to lie then as much, probably.
Right.
But in addition to that, he's not going to be around when they occur.
Yeah, exactly. But when they happened, then I understood. And at my death, I wrote this testament to the sons of Israel.
What?
I don't think the timeline matches up there.
No, the timeline makes no sense at all.
No, so are they suggesting
They're
then
suggesting that
Solomon
during the
lived,
first temple period, when Solomon was alive, that not only did the whole Jesus story happen, but that the divided kingdom happened during Solomon's lifetime, and the sacking of Jerusalem and Samaria happened during Solomon's lifetime.
basically he lived for 1,000 years.
At least.
Is the suggestion that this book is making. So press X to doubt.
Press space to win.
You know, there's a reason why it's not in the Bible.
Yeah, there are multiple.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of them. Yeah, and I gave it to them so that they might know the powers of the demons and their forms, as well as the names of the angels by which they are thwarted. When I had glorified the God of Israel, I commanded the spirit to be bound up with unbreakable bonds. You know, they are breakable.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing was that they were going to come out.
Yeah, the whole
And
thing.
then those things happened, apparently, and Solomon wrote about them. And,
Lawrence.
well, I guess maybe, no, hold on. Maybe now he's saying that they're unbreakable. Now he's put
yeah.
new bonds on them that are unbreakable.
Then what was the point of the Jesus guy?
Dude, I don't know.
He's the Jesus guy. Which is the translation Ruben will be reading.
Look, in Testament of Solomon outlives Jesus.
Yep. That's what you need to know. Obviously much older. All right, so now we're on to chapter 16.
Yeah, I can take over the last couple if you want.
All right, we got a, oh my God, this sounds great. A seahorse demon.
Oh, well, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it for the seahorse demon.
If you guys don't like seahorses,
What's wrong with
yeah, what's wrong with you? What is your problem?
Yeah, everybody likes seahorses.
Yeah. Especially seahorses.
Sure.
It's in their best interest to like seahorses.
Okay.
Motivated.
Chapter 16, Solomon interrogates Kunopegos, the cruel seahorse demon. When I had praised God, I commanded another spirit to appear before me. There came before me another demon who had the form of a horse in front and a fish in back. This isn't a seahorse.
That's not a seahorse.
No,
That's something else.
that's a horse fish.
No. Terrible creature. Okay.
Merhorse.
Yeah.
Merhorse, yeah.
He said in a great voice, King Solomon, I am a cruel spirit of the sea. I rise up and come on the open seas with the sea, and I trip up the greater number of men who sail on it. I raise myself up like a wave, and being transformed, I come in against the ships. For this is my activity, to receive beneath the sea treasures and men. For I raise myself up, take men, and hurl them under the sea. So I am always lusting after their bodies, but until now I have been casting the treasures out of the sea. However, since Beelzebul, the ruler of the spirits of the air and of the earth and beneath the earth, gives advice about the activities with respect to each one of us, I therefore came up out of the sea to have some consultation with him.
Oh, okay. So he's here for a very big occasion. So hold up. So is this how they're explaining, like, choppy waters and, getting destroyed by the ocean?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it sounds like. And furthermore, so before it said that he was throwing away the treasures?
Yeah, like when something's in the ocean and it washes up on shore.
Yeah. This would be he's a pretty stupid demon.
Yeah.
If he's just like, I don't need this.
Yeah, he just wants the bodies.
Sure, I guess
he's like,
does.
Fuck this treasure.
Yeah, I guess I just want the bodies. But now I guess he's gonna go talk. He wants to talk to Beelzebul because Beelzebul will be all like, "What the fuck are you doing? Take the stuff too."
Yeah. But I also have another reputation and activity. I change myself into waves, come up from the sea, and show myself to men. They call me Kunopegos because I change myself into a man. So, this name, Kunopegos. The term for wave is Tokuma. Pegazo means I flow abundantly. I well up. Frequently with reference to the source of water. Manuscript P has Kunos paston. Conybeare attempts an explanation with reference to Pliny, which might be translated Sinos baton, otherwise called Sinos paston, or Neuros paston, is its leaf is similar to the footsteps of a man. The plant is wild and has black berries, in whose center is a string. Therefore, it is called nerve food, Neuros pastos. McCown identifies him with Poseidon.
I mean, yeah, you could identify it with Poseidon, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I
or
guess,
this strange fruit.
yeah, it's really.
Merhorse.
I don't think I've ever seen Poseidon described that way.
Right.
But I guess if you're, if you're trying to, I guess throughout this text, I guess there was we had Eros, right?
Yeah.
Who showed up as the child of this woman who was being attacked, and I guess was
potentially
it his kid?
Hecate.
Yeah. So it's if you're trying to paint these gods in a bad light, yeah, I guess I could see why you would say that.
Yeah.
Oh, was he a god of horses too? Okay. I thought it was
That's
just a sea,
right,
but I guess
he
that,
was.
I guess that makes sense then.
And
Okay.
they did depict him having basically merhorses sometimes around.
Yes, that's the part I don't remember.
Yeah, it's because like it wasn't common, and they would make the horses scaled.
Look, the horse is
They look
the
more
real god.
fish-like. Yeah,
The mer horse is the real god. Here.
yeah.
Okay.
The merhorse is this. That's
Yep.
Poseidon. You get it straight.
Okay. I guess, yeah, it would make sense that it's Poseidon then, yeah.
The name is true to me. Moreover, I cause a type of seasickness when I pass into men. So when I came for a consultation with the ruler Beelzebul, he bound me up and delivered me into your hands. Now I'm standing before you, and because of not having water for 2 or 3 days, my spirit is ceasing from speaking to you.
Give him water.
Also, he's kind of been talking quite a bit.
Yeah. Now we're in a new subsection. The demon Kunopegos, thwarted by the angel Iameth, is sealed in a bowl and stored away in the temple of God.
I am Meth. Good name.
Yeah, Iameth,
I can be air. You can be meth. You know, yeah.
presumably a compound from Ya or Iomai, I heal. So I said to him, tell me by what angel you are thwarted. He replied, by Iameth. Then I ordered him to be cast into a broad flat bowl and 10 receptacles of seawater to be poured over it. I fortified the top side all around with marble, and I unfolded and spread asphalt, pitch, and hemp rope around over the mouth of the vessel. When I had sealed it with the ring, I ordered it to be stored away in the temple of God. Now, last chapter of the day. It's a short one. Chapter 17. Solomon interrogates a lecherous spirit and learns of his activity and that he will be thwarted by the Savior or by the Savior's mark on the forehead.
Oh, okay. This has some Revelation stuff in it too, I think.
The mark of the Savior?
Not the mark of the Savior.
644. The mark of the Savior.
That
Yeah.
was 664.
No, it's 644. Chapter 17. I ordered another spirit to appear before me.
So hold on. I think the thing on the forehead, there is something in Revelation about that, and I could swear that So I know that some people interpret it to be demonic, but like that's why they have the whole that prayer in Catholicism, right? With their they do that cross thing. Yeah, however it's done, I don't know.
One way or the other.
Yeah.
The Father, the Son, and some holes in your spirit.
And some holes in your spirit. So I think it's based off an interpretation of that verse, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Why wouldn't Jesus be the Holy Spirit? He literally has holes.
Yeah,
because it's a different word there.
Like he's the spirit of wholeness.
Yeah.
You see, not whole the holy part.
Wow.
Never mind.
So the Catholics also do like Ash Wednesday.
Yeah. And they do put the thing on the forehead. Right.
Yeah.
God, I never let them do that to me.
Well, you missed out.
I didn't.
You could have had ashes. On
Yeah,
your
it was
forehead.
actually like it was a super
Really fun.
It was a super drug, and you would get so high and just
You're destroyed because of it. I'm glad I didn't have it. Yeah.
you would have loved it. It's a joke, by the way, in case anyone didn't get that.
Chapter 17. I ordered another spirit to appear before me. There came a spirit having the shadowy form of a man and gleaming eyes. Ooh, spooky. I asked him, saying, "Who are you?" He replied, "I am a lecherous spirit of a giant man who died in a massacre in the age of giants."
That would make sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I said to him, "Tell me what you accomplish on earth and where you make your dwelling." He replied, "My home is in inaccessible places. My activity is this. I seat myself near dead men in the tombs, and at midnight I assume the form of the dead. If I seize anyone, I immediately kill him with the sword. If I should not be able to kill him, I cause him to be possessed by a demon and to gnaw his own flesh to pieces and cause the saliva of his jowls to flow down."
So this is because he's dead, or he takes the form of the dead.
Yeah. So
Does this make him a zombie or a ghost?
He's a ghost that... Okay.
He's a ghost possessing a dead person.
But only
And
their
then
form.
he's a ghost that can also summon other ghosts to possess other people and make them get rabies, basically.
Yeah, basically. So I said to him, "Fear the God of heaven and earth, and tell me by what angel you're thwarted." He replied, "He who is about to return as Savior thwarts me. If his mark is written on one's forehead, it thwarts me. And because I am afraid of it, I quickly turn and flee from him. This is the sign of the cross."
Oh, okay. Classic. I mean, yeah, that would make sense with what we're reading.
Yeah. When I heard these things, I, Solomon, locked up the demon just like the other demons.
Fair enough.
So this one, he's not put to any labor.
No.
This one's just locked up.
Yep.
Yep.
Probably not worth having him around.
I
do.
mean, I guess the thing is, he's the same form as the other ones. Essentially, he's still a spirit. So these like the temple would be being built by spirits, and it would, maybe to an outsider, it would look magical almost. So
Why, that temple's building itself.
but this one apparently is worthless, I guess.
Or maybe dangerous.
Well,
Maybe dangerous, but also still under the control.
what are you going to make him do?
Literally anything else? I don't know.
Carry bricks?
Fucking make cookies or something?
Carve marble?
Spread rabies.
No. So they're already carving marble and making bricks. Make, I don't know, tapestries or something. I don't know. Make the
Right,
place look
right.
nice.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
jobs keep continuing in the following readings with the next demons. Then I don't know why some of them don't get jobs.
Well,
But
he's a giant too, so maybe
Yeah, he could help with like at the very end, right? Putting the stuff up. I don't know.
like putting like the crown on top of the temple.
The temple tree.
Yeah. the little star and the ornaments.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I don't know why that one didn't get anything.
weird.
Yeah.
spooky. Ooh.
Demons or ghosts, I guess. This is a ghost.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting. Okay, so there are a few things that I was not expecting in these readings.
Yeah.
Number one was the dragon anal fucking a bunch of women.
Yeah.
And
That was unexpected.
that was very unexpected.
I didn't
most-
see it coming either.
That's the most left field thing ever for me in our readings. It was out of nowhere. It was like, oh yeah, here's some demon stuff, and then he's got preference for hot chicks. That's kind of weird, but not weird as the next statement.
And the other one was ghost.
Yeah. A ghost of a giant
Yeah,
who died in the giant wars.
the giant wars. Yes.
Don't talk about the giant wars.
Well, he died in a massacre.
Some kind of massacre.
You know, there
Was it
was
a
that time when they
flood?
went around and killed all the people in these areas, and they said the Nephilim were there or the giants were there sometimes, remember?
Yeah, they did kill off like giant towns. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, either way, that was a wild ride.
Right?
yeah, and next week we have another wild ride.
Hopefully, yeah, a wild ride to the end. Let's oh my god. Okay, so let's see what we have going on. So we have, yeah, he's going to interrogate 36 heavenly bodies. So a lot of that's going to be commentary. And then it looks like we're going to be back to Ornias and his shenanigans.
Mhm.
And then we're going to go we get Ephippos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So, very exciting stuff. Man, those demons though. We have got a lot of
Yeah.
weird ones. Who's your favorite demon so far?
I guess my favorite demon would be the winged dragon.
Hell yeah.
It's just so ridiculous.
the winged dragon who fucks.
Yeah, he also causes Greek gods to come into existence.
That too.
So,
Yeah.
like, at least he does something useful.
He's pretty OP.
Yeah, he is. He gets a relatively short section for being so ridiculous.
Yeah.
and overpowered.
Yeah.
Who's that one demon whose Earth is the share of the evil people of Earth are his share? I forget.
Oh, that was. Are you talking
That
about
was
Beelzebub?
Different book.
in the Apocalypse of Abraham.
Yeah.
That was Azazel.
Azazel. Still
okay.
Azazel. He seems cool. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to pick him.
No, you got to pick one from here.
Oh, Beelzebul.
Who knew that Friday Apocryphal
Easy
Podcast
pick.
would become the most useful resource for demonology on YouTube?
Yeah, well,
Facts. These are
people
facts.
Yep.
don't know this exists probably. A
Yeah.
lot of them, most of them aren't allowed to.
I mean,
Sorry.
they're allowed to,
Sure they are.
technically speaking.
Yeah, they
Yes,
can
technically.
order the Old Testament pseudepigrapha off Amazon.
It's true. You could read that.
Yeah. Or
There
you
you
can
go.
just.
You could probably find it online.
Yeah. Well, no, you actually can't. Not this.
Well, not that exactly, but you could probably find
The Testament of Solomon.
the Testament of Solomon.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Well, either way,
Hope you enjoy.
that's the show for today. Hope you guys
Or
enjoyed.
they could just watch our show online.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do that, and that one is not only is it both free, but you do less work.
But you want to do something that isn't free? You can check
work.
out our Patreon,
Do
which
work.
isn't free. But you get things for checking out our Patreon. Tons of things that you want.
Yeah, you can get books. You can be on the show. You get access to all of our scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
You could even win a T-shirt, or you could buy a T-shirt that's being pinned in the thing right now. I'll
That's
look
a
at
good
that.
T-shirt too.
Yeah.
It's our meaningless T-shirt.
Yeah, that's one hell of a T-shirt.
I love how meaningless it is.
If you want that T-shirt, you could buy it from our Teespring or Spring.
Whatever, it's there.
And
Gee.
if you don't want to do that, you could buy us books on Amazon. We have an Amazon wish list. The Amazon wish list is always there, full of books. You
Yeah,
can buy us books.
It's in the description.
And if you don't have money to spend, then Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah, free to follow us on there.
Got
Is
time.
the
We
ghost
still
super
want
tall?
that- we
What?
want that Lawrence diss track.
Yeah, Lawrence diss track. Is the ghost super tall? I think the ghost would be pretty tall because it's
Yeah,
the
it's a
ghost of a
giant.
giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he showed up as a small ghost. And
For
he's
some
like, I'm a
reason-
ghost of a giant. You just don't know because I'm small.
Maybe our ghosts are maybe like the ghosts are smaller than the giants are. Yeah, I don't know
don't get
why.
the-
Well,
don't
they
get
have
the
to
feet.
fit in the
They have
giant.
to fit in the
Yes.
stupid.
Oh, that's the best logic today.
But yeah, I would assume that it would be tall.
Slightly
Yeah.
smaller than a giant as it has to fit in a giant.
Yep. Maybe the giant ghost is so tall that it can't fit in the temple, which is why he can't work on it.
Yeah,
Useless.
yeah.
And I don't know why he can't work outside of it, but either way,
He would step on people.
I wouldn't think he'd be that big.
It's a giant.
I know it's a giant, but like
He's
it can't
pretty
be
big.
Give everybody
that
rabies.
giant.
The problem is the rabies.
Yeah, the rabies is pretty bad.
Yeah, that is that. I guess it's contagious.
Also,
even
that
for
one
spirits.
demon that causes seizures.
Yeah,
It's pretty intense.
The two-headed person, was it, that did that? No.
No,
that was a different one.
that was a different one.
No, it was the three-headed guy. The three-headed guy.
You just said
Three-headed.
two-headed guy.
There's
It
a
was the
difference.
three-headed-
There's a three-headed dragon.
There's the
and
two-headed
there's
woman.
A two-headed woman.
Yeah, the three-headed dragon made people have birth defects, two different
Yeah,
types,
that was that
and
one.
seizures.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he likes women, and he likes them in a special way.
No, that's
No,
the
that's
other
a
dragon.
different dragon.
That's a different. That
That's
was
the-
the winged dragon.
Yeah.
right?
Winged
There was the
dragon.
three-headed dragon and the winged dragon.
Yep.
Gosh,
Yes.
see too many dragons, guys. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh all over again.
And
There are too many dragons.
all
That's
those
true.
dragons in the KJV.
There are those. Yeah.
and
I'm
those
pretty sure the
things-
actual word is different here, though.
Right, and those things that are either jackals or dragons, and then there are those things that are metaphors that are called dragons.
You know,
but
once
really they're like
once we
five-headed
get to
eagles or something.
Revelation, I'm going to continually refer to every reference to dragons as jackals
That's fine.
because, I mean,
Although I think in Revelation it would be dragons.
why would it suddenly be dragons?
Because
I
Revelation's
mean, there's a
weird.
different word for it. So it's in a different language. That's one.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Well,
Either
see ya.
way.
Bye.
Yes.
Next week.
Thanks for joining
Friday,
us.
Sunday, actually.
See you on Sunday. We start
we'll be
Nahum.
there on Sunday. And
It's
then-
gonna be a new book.
And then Friday, and then
Are we
Sunday.
going to end Nahum there, too?
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
probably.
Bye-bye.